My most influential crucible moment was my sister getting into her car accident when I was about 10 or 11. She and her friend were both thrown from the car after the car had rolled. And I remember a few days after her accident, the first time I got to see her in the hospital and seeing this bruised and broken Anne Marie in this hospital bed and realizing how we could have just as easily been mourning the loss of my sister as opposed to visiting her in the hospital. And I remember her kind of waking up for a moment and seeing me and saying, "I love you," and then going back to sleep. Sleep. And I think at that moment, my siblings and I had realized how precious life was, and I think it's played a huge role as well because I don't want to pass up opportunities. I don't want the last time I see someone for me to be angry or upset with them because you don't know when time is going to run out for anyone. I want to be a catalyst for progress. I think my voice is very easily heard, and I have no problem speaking when a system isn't working or progress needs to be made. And so my voice can be that first domino to fall that allows other people's voices to be heard, maybe coming from the woodwork. And if I can be that catalyst for progress, then after my voice is heard and that domino falls, all these other dominoes are going to fall right behind it. And all of those individual voices will be louder than mine could ever be on its own. And so I don't want to be the face of change. I want to be a catalyst for progress. My leadership philosophy is leadership for passion and development. My leadership philosophy evolved into that after all my work with my own passions and seeing how much my passions have developed and how much that's influenced my own growth and development over the years. And I think that even plays into why I feel so ready to lead. And my experiences creating clay, starting new organizations, starting my own summer program, all played into that. I realized that leadership is this adaptive process that everyone's a part of and that it's involved in every way with every position. And so I'm not a leader because I'm in a leadership role. I'm a leader because I'm a human being in the world, and it's my duty as much as anyone else's to help develop and kind of nurture that growth with future leaders. And so I think I'm starting to take the next step, in fact, because I've been focused so much on my own purposeful passion development. And then from there, it's even, I'm recognizing that the community needs to have more leadership training and even passion development in their daily life. And I think that's the biggest contribution I want to make is creating this opportunity for students to have questions asked that make them focus on their passions. And I think high school counselors spend so much time asking what do you want to do with your life and what do you want your career to be, and that feels like that answer is just going to be so set in stone. And so I think it kind of blocks that thought process and development of students. And so I think Clay was the first step in what that youth development kind of program looks like for me. But I think that's my next step is wanting to see how I can push that kind of passion development into a younger and younger audience to a point where even at a high school age they're focusing on where their passions are and how they can follow that passion to create this better learning